Have you ever ended your day feeling completely drained? Maybe even halfway through your day, you just feel so done. Maybe nothing big happened. You didn't run a marathon, probably didn't save a life, and yet you're completely exhausted. Today, we are moving on in our 8 Skills of Mindfulness series revamp, and we are on skill number 4, energy. When we first talked about this skill last year, there was also an accompanying energizing yoga flow with it. So make sure you check that one out. I will have the link in the description below. But for now, let's talk about where we are unknowingly losing our energy, where it goes, and how we can reclaim it. Hello and welcome to Torches, Yoga and Mindfulness. If you are new here, I'm Lauren and I'll be your coach. If you're curious about mindfulness, healing, and practical habits that actually work, you are in the right place. Here, we focus on simple but powerful practices grounded in ancient wisdom and modern science to care for both our minds and bodies. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. So, energy isn't just physical. We have mental energy, emotional energy, even spiritual energy. And we lose it all the time without realizing it. It's like leaving your phone flashlight on in your pocket. It's not obvious, but it's draining the battery fast. Just because our days may not be physically demanding doesn't mean you shouldn't be tired. Fatigue and exhaustion apply to more than just our physical selves. Our minds are constantly seeping energy to all the things that make up our lives. Maybe yours runs through the to-do list regularly, ruminating on past conversations, anticipating coming conversations or interactions. Each day, we emotionally juggle our work lives, our social lives, our position in our families, all while trying to balance this external world with what our internal world wants: peace, connection, deeper meaning, or a sense of belonging. And all of this invisible effort adds up. We silently, unknowingly drain our energy reserves through our default habits that we may not even barely notice. Each moment we spend overthinking, replaying, people pleasing, doom scrolling, even when you think you're just disconnected, with mindless distraction like Candy Crush or saying yes when you would rather say no. Each of these and more takes a little piece of our energy with it, leaving us feeling drained. Mindfulness helps us to disrupt these default habits by helping us to notice when we're pouring our energy into things that aren't actually nurturing us, and it helps us to shift towards choices that recharge us. Did you know our brain uses 20% of our body's total daily energy? Let's look at that number for a moment. So, knowing that our brains use 20%, if you had to guess, how much of your body's daily energy would you think that your digestive system uses? 43%? 18? Try to remember your guess. Now, how about our hearts? It's a much smaller organ than the brain or the digestive system, but it's beating in rhythm all day, keeping all the other parts supplied with fresh oxygenated blood. How much energy would you guess it uses? What about our breathing and respiratory system? Every moment of the day, it's in motion, taking in new oxygen, converting it, and expelling the old. Okay, I won't make you guess anymore. What if I told you the digestive system uses only 5 to 10%? Was your guess close? And our resting heart rate only uses 6 to 8% of our body's daily energy. And breathing, resting at our natural rhythm, is 5%. Also, another little fun fact is the brain is about 2% of an average person's body weight, but it can burn through 320 calories in a day, whereas the average adult out on a mild jog only burns about 125 calories. But our brains, sitting up here doing its little thing, is burning through 320 calories. So when they say our brains use 20% of our body's daily energy, that's actually a lot. When we are multitasking, emotionally dysregulated, or constantly shifting our attention, like scrolling through your news feed, we can feel the fatigue. And emotional reactivity burns through our energies too. Trying to control what others think of us or replay regrets, it takes a toll and not only robs our time in the present, but it can also rob our energy faster than any rigorous workout will. Sometimes the fatigue isn't even real fatigue, it's resistance. So imagine you've asked a child to do a chore that they don't want to do. They were just running around a bundle of energy, and now all of a sudden they're tired. Maybe their leg hurts for no reason, or they're sad and they remember that a beetle that a classmate squished 4 months ago at school. Our fully grown adult brain does the same thing. Whether it's having to do the dishes after dinner, make a doctor's appointment, or file taxes, a switch is flipped in our brains telling us we are just too tired. We just couldn't bear to muster up the strength for that. We may even lie to ourselves and say, we just need to rest for a few minutes, but we'll get right to it. This is where mindfulness really shines. When we meet our resistance with awareness and a little compassionate curiosity, we stop fighting ourselves. Instead of shutting down, we start asking, what is really going on here? That small shift can help us stay with the hard things and move through them with more ease. Mindfulness isn't about doing less, though. It's about doing things with more intention. Each time you pause and observe a thought, instead of chasing it down the rabbit hole, you conserve energy. Each time we name an emotion, this is frustrating, opposed to I'm frustrated, we reduce its intensity. According to studies in neuroscience, when we label an emotion, the amygdala quiets down and the prefrontal cortex activates. There's a Zen saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Nothing changes on the outside, but everything changes on the inside. With mindfulness, we're not trying to escape responsibilities. We're shifting the mindset we bring to what needs to be done. You're still driving to work, running errands, doing laundry, and juggling life. But now you're doing it from a place of presence rather than depletion. We tend to think of our energy like a battery. The more we use, the less we have. But in truth, energy isn't something we spend, it's something we generate. When we bring wholehearted, aligned effort to practices that serve our well being, like movement, meditation, or mindful practice, we gain energy, not lose it. Right effort isn't about forcing, it's about aligning. Mindful effort recharges us, especially when it supports our highest good. Take something as simple as washing the dishes. On the surface, it might feel tedious, but if we pause and shift our mindset, it becomes meaningful. I'm now washing the dishes not just because they're dirty, but because I deserve to live in a clean and healthy space. I want to care for my home. That is alignment. And if we take it a step further with gratitude, we can say, I'm thankful to have had food to eat and dishes to eat on and the ability to nourish myself. So even a mundane task becomes a mindful moment and a source of energy rather than a drain. Okay, friend, as promised, I have 4 practices for you to try today. Number 1, the 3 breath pause. This is my go-to, my favorite. And it's just as simple as it sounds. No steps to remember, no goal, just a 3 breath pause to return to yourself. You can follow the flow of 3 regular breaths or 3 breaths like in a box breathing pattern or even with extended exhales, whatever feels right for you. This 3 breath practice is enough time to pull our brains out of the low grade fight or flight that we generally run on and back into presence where everything feels less frantic. All right, practice number 2 is to name the leak. Just a quick check in with yourself asking, where is my energy going right now? And be honest with yourself. Is it worry, replaying, people pleasing? Just naming it helps you to escape the spiral and autopilot thoughts so you can start choosing where you are directing your energy. And number 3, I call the compassionate why. When a task feels draining, when the idea of starting makes you just want to take a nap, pause and ask, why am I choosing this? Maybe you're cleaning because you value calm, or you're working out because you want to care for your body. This mindful effort tied to your deeper motivation restores energy rather than draining it. And last but not least, practice number 4. And I have definitely saved the best for last with this one. A gratitude reset. Keep a journal or notepad by your bed. or a note in your phone. Each morning when you wake up, make noting down 3 things you are grateful for be one of the first things you do. Maybe there is something you are looking forward to today. Even if it's as small as having a hot shower, gratitude uplifts our state and it restores and boosts emotional energy. Of course, other factors like our health and diet can certainly impact our energy, but right effort is a way we can make a shift to align and energize where we do have control. You don't have to overhaul your life to get your energy back. Just shift the way we live it, the way you approach it, the way you meet your day, your thoughts, and your choices with mindfulness. When we stop pouring energy into what drains us, we start investing in what uplifts and aligns us to become stronger from the inside out. All right. That is all I have for you today on our energy. Remember to check out the energizing, beginner friendly yoga flow I also have for you linked down in the description below. And make sure you subscribe for next week when we talk about skill number 5, appreciative joy. My friend, thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.